Okay, good morning, guys.
Right.
Good morning. Let's do this.
We're on a tight schedule today. Megan, can you text Vic and just see if he's having trouble joining? We do have, and we're waiting for Matt also.
Mr. Mayor, we can go, I can make a motion to go into exec session. We have 3.
Yep, we have a quorum.
All right, why don't we do that? We'll go in there and we'll wait for Vic to join.
Okay, so motion to go into exec session to come out to the public meeting directly afterwards.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, folks, we'll be right back.
So do we log off and go into the Zoom? Another Zoom? Okay.
Zoom, yeah.
Okay, how do I get to that other Zoom?
Megan just sent an email this morning.
No, Megan, we can't hear you.
Megan just sent another email this morning, Scott.
Yeah, no, Megan's talking. I can't hear her. Can't hear you.
Still can't hear you. But that's what she's saying, I bet, is that she sent an email with both links. Yeah, she's shaking her head, yes.
I got that meeting a couple minutes ago.
All right, so I'm going to leave this and come back to it later. Got it. All right.
Wait, where are we going now?
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Nancy, if you could promote, change me to co-host,
I did that before.
but we logged out and logged back in.
Okay.
Okay, Brendan, Matt, and Guy, would you please go to the upper right-hand corner of your picture and rename yourselves?
Oh,
I got it.
Okay, never mind. And everybody come off mute. Thank you. Megan, can you read the statement of presiding officer, please?
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting, specifically the time, date, and public call-in information, were electronically sent to the Echo Sentinel and posted on the township website. The agenda and public handouts for this meeting can be viewed online at www.longhillnj.gov. A public comment period will be held in the order it is listed on the meeting agenda.
Okay, thank you. Hey, look at this. I have a little gavel. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag of the United States of America.
and to the republic
Republic
which
for which it
that
stands,
stands
one nation,
nation
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty and
liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So first order of business, Resolution 23-091, accepting resignation of Township Administrator Nancy Malul. Please go on mute for a second. Thank you. Everybody on the panel, please go on mute. There, that's better. We got rid of the echo. Okay, so, as everyone's aware, Nancy submitted her resignation, and she'll be with us until April 14th. She will be the administrator of Bernardsville Borough. On behalf of the town, Nancy, I'd like to thank you for your service over the last few years. You've done a lot of good for this town. And, on behalf of all of us, I just wanted to thank you, wish you well. And, if there's anything that you need in the future, help from us personally, please feel free to reach out. But again, we appreciate you and thank you.
Thank you.
I'll open it up to the other committee men if there's anything that they'd like to say before we vote on this resolution. Guy?
so I'd like to echo what the mayor just said. Nancy, thank you. I think it's been 5.5 years. 5.5 years. And I agree with Scott. You've done an incredible amount of great work for the town. We are in a great place because of the work you have done. I think it's always challenging in any town to be the administrator. You can't please everybody. That's the nature of life, I suppose. And as a former elected official, you know that as well from an elected official perspective. So sincerely from my heart, I thank you.
Thank you, Guy.
You're on mute, Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was asking Matt if he was on mute. Pardon me. Matt, anything you'd like to say before we vote on this?
Oh, yeah, Nancy, it was great working with you. I know you had a difficult run here with some of the personalities, but like Guy said, I think you did a great job. You've been when it comes to law and procedures, you've been an excellent help. You educated me a lot and a lot of us a lot. So we thank you. We're in a very good financial position right now. And we look forward to you doing well. And it's nice you walked out with your head high on your own terms. So congratulations.
Thank you, Matt.
Brendan?
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. Nancy, I you know, think back to 2020, the very difficult year that it was, and we, as mayor, you and I had a wonderful working relationship, and we got a lot accomplished. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I think we recognised you at the time, but you know, I think it has to be said again that the work that you did for the sewer sale was really critical, especially going through all the detail and the easements. It was it really was a job that I don't think anybody else could have done. And so, as I say, it was pivotal to the sewer sale, and that's something that has put us on a you know, a good financial track. So thank you. And as I say, I look back on that year very, very fondly on the relationship that we had and how we worked together.
Thank you, Brendan.
Megan?
I just wanted to thank Nancy for her time. You know, I started here 3 years ago, and she's really helped me become the clerk that I am, and I will miss her terribly.
Miss you too. Thank you.
Jack?
I'm the only one not saying goodbye to Nancy. I'm going to get very confused when she calls. I'll pull up the wrong files probably. But in any event, it's been a pleasure working with Nancy, and I look forward to our continuing working relationship. You know, it's bittersweet for her and for me that she's moving, but I'm glad she's going to Burnersville. If she had to leave Long Hill, I'm glad she's going to Burnersville. So.
Okay. Well, I'll finish it off here, and in fact, because it's St. Patrick's Day, I will give you the Irish toast. May your heart be light and happy. May your smile be big and wide. May your pockets always have a coin or two inside. Very good. Can I have a motion to accept Nancy Malum's resignation, please?
So moved.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Or Megan, do we have to do
Aye.
it?
Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Very good. And, you know, just a reminder, Nancy will be with us until April 14th. So next, resolution 23-092, appointing an interim administrator. Yeah, this was a conversation that we were having in executive. It's the consensus of the committee that we are going to appoint Randy Barr as interim administrator. Randy currently serves as our CFO. We will be entering into a revised professional services contract with his employer, Suppley Clooney, to utilize Randy in a combined administrator CFO role, at least till the end of this year. We will also be employing a gentleman, Steve Gallagher, who will assist him from a finance perspective. In my opinion, I think this is a terrific move. Randy provides continuity. He understands the town. He understands the people in town. He's got a great relationship with the employees. And I think we kind of proceed forward without missing a beat here. So I'm excited that we had this opportunity, and it seemed to work out really well. So can I have a motion to accept Randy Barr as interim township administrator from April 1st to December 31st, 2023?
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Dorsey,
Yes.
Committeeman Ray,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia,
Yes.
Mayor Lavender.
Yes. And Jack, I believe we have another resolution for professional services agreement.
Yes, that's correct, Mayor. This resolution authorizes a professional services agreement with Suppley Clooney to provide interim township administrator services and finance officer services for a combined compensation of $240,000 which is to be prorated for the balance of 2023.
Okay. All right, and so that is 23-093, correct?
Correct.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept 23-093 as described?
So moved.
Second?
Second,
Sorry.
Committeeman Dorsey? Committeeman Dorsey?
Yes, I didn't get the mute button. Yes.
Committeeman Ray?
yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchia?
Yes.
Mayor Lavender?
Yes. Okay, I think that's all the business that we have, correct? So I'm going to open the meeting to the public. And I would just say, let me make a few comments beforehand. Number one, there was a draft version of this agenda that went out that had police director on that. And we corrected that and sent out a new one. That was in error. That was a deliberative version of the document. There's no motion that's going to be, no action that's going to be taken on that at this time. If we decide to do that in the future, obviously, you'll see something, but nothing's pending on that. All right, I'm going to open the meeting up to the public. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes sharp, being that this is a work day and folks are taking time out from their day jobs. Go ahead, Megan. Anybody on Zoom would like to comment?
Marianne Noonan would like to speak.
Good morning. Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. I have everything in my slow cooker right now. Hopefully that'll work out by tonight. One question with regards to Randy Barr, since he will be serving through December 31st, is there any likelihood that going into the following year, he would be a candidate for the township administrator, or are you looking elsewhere as well?
We absolutely would have that option.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying the position of police director.
Yeah, and I know, Marianne, you had reached out to me, and I usually like to answer you in public. So you were one of the reasons why I mentioned that going up.
Okay, thank you. Just glancing through my notes. What has happened to a position potentially for a human resources individual part-time?
We've interviewed some people. We've had some discussions. Obviously it went on the back burner with everything else that's going on. But, that is a discussion that we're going to revive and reinvigorate the explorations. But as you can imagine, our change sponge can only soak up so much change at once, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, and this will be my last question. What is, again, I didn't get a revised copy of the agenda. I think I sent Megan a request because the only copy that I received, it did not include resolution 23-090. I granted it's the executive session, but there were no changes made to the best of my knowledge. I did not look this morning, okay? So what is, I'll just put these questions. What is the position of SLEO? And the other two questions I have is the initial resolution 23-090. There was a red line being crossed through executive producer for Long Hill TV and animal control officer. Are these positions being eliminated? And again, what is a SLEO?
So the SLEO is a special law enforcement officer. And, that's something we will be discussing in an upcoming meeting. These are entry-level officers that can, be on the force, and they have limited responsibilities. And so this was a response to some asks that were raised with regard to these sort of officers working with the schools. So there'll be more at that at the next meeting. Now, as far as the other things that you mentioned on there, Nancy or Megan, do you want to comment on that?
I can clarify that. We were revising the salary ordinance and we don't have those positions anymore. We contract out for both TV services and for animal control. So we were just going in and cleaning up the salary ordinance.
Okay, thank you. One more last question. With the SLEO, with the potential of two new assisted facilities coming on board, I think this would be great if we had an SLEO rather than our police force having to react. Would this something that this person would be doing also?
Well, I mean, this is an ongoing discussion we're having with the leadership over at the PD, taking a look at, the kind of coverage that we need right now from a staffing perspective, what the near-term future looks like and what the long-term future looks like. So, there's a lot of different options that we have in terms of covering this stuff. We're trying to do it as efficiently as possible while we maintain the right size force and also create opportunities for advancement within the rank and file.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one last thing for you, Marianne, because I know you had asked a question about the agendas and how they, get sent out in email.
Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to, those emails are sent out by our service provider, the website service provider. And what we're going to suggest in there is that they change the wording of those emails so that residents are encouraged to always go to the website and check just prior to the meeting for any deltas to the original document.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Thank you. Thanks
Thank you.
for everything you do. Bye. Next.
Frank Liberato would like to speak.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time. Just have a couple quick questions. Won't take long. So being that you're going to be using Randy, which is great that you got someone interim to cover, I assume you are still going to be actively interviewing people during this period, or you're going to wait towards the end of the term with the contract with his firm to start looking and making a decision?
I don't think we're going to interview anybody right now. We've got other problems that we have to solve. Randy is a known quantity. We'll see how it goes, and when we get sometime to the midpoint of the year, we'll start thinking about whether or not this is working or not. But I see no reason to distract ourselves with interviewing other people at this time.
Okay, I didn't know if it was just a temporary thing, or if it was just till you found someone permanent. So no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I'd like to see it turn out. I'd like to see it turn out like this was smooth, without hitch, and we keep going with it. But again, we have our option open at the end of the year, and we'll see how it's proceeding.
Well, it's also good that Ms. Malou is going to stay on till the 14th to make that transition smooth.
Yeah,
for everybody.
I'm glad you picked up on that. That's absolutely the case because we're in budget season and there's a lot of work that has to be done. Randy will have a new finance person to help him, even though he's going to maintain the CFO role. And so, that transition period is partly, if not mostly, for that person's benefit.
No, that's good. I mean, a lot of times when people put in their resignation, they'll put in their vacation time and then they're on their way. So it's actually nice that she'll be staying until the 14th to help with that transition in person.
Yeah.
And then I guess my last question is, do you have a timetable as far as with the police department, as far as making a decision on the police director, like that, I saw in that agenda, or even chief of police or an acting chief? Have you guys set kind of a goal or a timetable when you're going to resolve that?
Yeah, we're on an as soon as possible kind of timetable, but we're in discussion with the leadership at the PD. And so, we'll be meeting with them on a weekly basis to work through some things. I wouldn't read anything into that right now other than just, give us the time and the opportunity to work through it and understand that it is the foremost priority. Like what I said before about the administrator, this is one of the reasons why I'm not going to go into, or where the committee's not going to go into interviewing people for an administrator position when we've got someone that we know can do the job. The number one priority right now is getting the police department into a point of continuity.
No, I agree with you. The sooner the better. So that's fine. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Frank. Have a good.
Mayor, can I just clarify something? The agenda that went out, it was just the salary ordinance. All it was if there was a potential police director position, you have to have somebody on a salary ordinance in order to pay them. So it was a preemptory, in case we ever hire anybody, let's add this to the salary ordinance. So just to clarify to everybody, there was no resolution on to hire a police director. It was a change to the salary ordinance.
Okay, Megan, anybody else?
CA would like to speak.
Yeah, hi. Go ahead, Chuck.
Chuck Renowitz, Millington. One question and two comments. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Township Attorney Pigeon, what role did you play in hiring the new town administrator of Bernardsville Township?
None. No role whatsoever.
Comment one. When former Mayor Dorsey brought up about a year ago the legal discussion of a personnel matter at a township committee meeting being a personality clash between Chief Naga and the town administrator, I spoke up at that meeting that the professionals need to act accordingly and work together. If they're not able to work together, one or both of the individuals should be relieved of their professional responsibilities. But unfortunately, my advice fell on deaf ears. If you had taken my advice, we would not be in the mess we're in now, and we would not have lost more good township employees. Comment two. I disagree with your vote on resolution 23091. The effective date of the resignation should be March 17th, 2023. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Chuck. Megan, anybody else?
Joe Ferrandino would like to speak.
Go ahead, Joe. Joe, you're on mute. Hey, Joe, I don't know if you're talking, but you're on mute.
How about now?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Professional services agreement, that's a company or a law firm we're going to be doing business with also now?
Well, we have been doing business with them. It's Suppley Clooney and Company. They're the company that we have been contracting Randy's services with.
Okay. Oh, so Randy is it's not two different entities, it's the same entity.
Correct.
Randy Farr and Clooney Professional Services.
Suppley Clooney and Company is the company that Randy Barr works for. They're a certified public accountant firm. And so, we have an agreement with them already. This would be an amended agreement.
Okay. And Steve Gallagher's position?
Steve is going to be financial help. I don't know exactly what his title is.
But he's with the same company?
Correct.
Okay. Nancy, I hope there's no hard feelings between you and I. I wish you luck at your new position over in Bernardsville. Good luck to you. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Joe. Megan, anybody else?
Gary Pratt would like to speak.
Hi, Gary. Go ahead.
Good morning. My concern is that this is at least the second time, and I'm sure it's been more, but this is the second time that special meetings have occurred on Friday mornings when there are personnel issues. And again, I'm not going to say that I am aware of why you do this, but perception is reality. And, it seems like a perfect way of avoiding having residents be able to attend a public meeting and be able to comment about the matters at hand. I heard you before the meeting started, as you were talking amongst yourselves, that you were on a tight schedule because it's a work day. Well, another consideration is it's a work day for a lot of people who aren't in a position to attend this meeting. So, you know, Scott, I think you've been trying very hard to be open and transparent, but doing this meeting at 9:30 on a Friday morning, I don't think accomplishes that goal. And so I'd like to ask, I'd like to understand why this meeting was held now instead of in the evenings at town hall, so that more people would have had the ability to attend.
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer you. So first off, I would challenge you on the attendance aspect. We actually have more people here than we normally do at an in-person meeting. I'm looking at participants right now. There's 24 total, which is 17 folks from the outside. That's number one. Number two, I requested the meeting based upon the number of rumors that were flying around in town, and I weighed the public's need to know versus waiting till next Wednesday. And I thought the best thing for the town was for us to have this meeting to make our decision, as a board of oversight, and get it out there so folks had certainty going forward. I can't say that these kind of decisions are always perfect, but that's my rationale, and I believe I made the right decision. So I appreciate your position on this, but again, I think we can agree to disagree on that.
I don't know that we disagree. I particularly was just asking the question.
Okay, fair enough.
I wasn't saying that you necessarily did, it was the wrong thing. Again, it's more about perception, without us knowing why the decision was made. And I can appreciate what you're saying about the people who, the number of people who have attended. Obviously I'm not privy to that. I can't see that. So that's good. I'm happy to hear there were that many people. On the other hand, I would say though that I'm sure you'll agree that there are some people who aren't in a position to attend, because of the fact that it's during the workday.
Yeah.
But I also understand the need, to move forward on this, and again, I'm not questioning your motivations. I just wanted to understand, and I think the other thing is that when possible, and I think you'll agree that it's ideal that as many meetings as possible that can be held at a time that is convenient for the most number of people. I'm sure we'll agree that that would be the ideal.
Okay. Well, Gary,
All right.
thank you very much, and I hope my answer also cleared up the perception. So,
It did. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
all right, you have a good day. Bye. Anybody else, Megan?
I don't see anyone, Mayor.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for taking your time out to join us this morning. Again, Nancy, best wishes to you. Randy, if you're out there listening, congratulations. We look forward to continuing to work with you. And can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you.